structure?
I was the youngest of 9.
Okay, cool.
My parents were both immigrants.
Immigrants from?
Germany.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's late immigration in
Yes,
in
it
a
was.
sense.
Yes, and when both my parents, when they immigrated, they did not know each other. They met in this country. I think my father was about 16 when he came to this country, and that would have been in about just before the war. It would probably have been, I'm guessing, around 1914. And my mother came to this country in 1923. Wow. And they both died very young.
Why did they come?
I would say, I don't know the exact reason, but I would say relatives had come over here before. Particularly my father came for that reason. And I would say that's pretty much the same reason for my mother. And apparently life was a little tough in Germany too. But they came both on their own, all by themselves. My uncle that I have, different uncles, brought them both at different times to this country.
Okay. And what was that immigrant experience like for them?
Oh, it was.
Did they tell you stories?
Of course, being the youngest, Second World War time was real tough, very tough, for obvious reasons. But we lived in the country, and our neighbors were they were just terrific. And because there was some more urban people that both of my parents, being German, and they learned the English language from their kids when their kids went to school.
Really?
That is correct. Uh-huh.
Now, did they immigrate directly to Iowa?
Yes, both of them did. They settled, when they got married, they lived in Mobile, Iowa, and then I don't know exactly what year it was. They moved to a little farm by Sheffield, Iowa, then Rockwell, Iowa, and then Doherty, Iowa.
Huh. Interesting. And was he farming all that time?
Yeah, farming. That's all my father ever did. He was killed in a car accident in 1953, and then my mom died the year I graduated from the University of Iowa, and they were both quite young. They were extremely hard workers, extremely hard workers.
Oh, interesting. A lot of communities in rural America now are experiencing new immigration influxes. Mm-hmm. A lot of times those are Hispanic people. Correct. Or other nationalities, or other immigration from other, not European countries. Correct. How does that change? Do you see changes in that immigrant experience and what your parents went through?
I would say I'm probably more supportive than a lot of my friends are, because I know, quite frankly, that it's pretty close to home what happened in my particular case. And being in Arizona, really, there's some of these Mexican people, they're just really wonderful people. Unfortunately, and I'm sure you've spent time in Mexico, tough. It's hard to support, and when they can see if they can get across that border and get a job, where does their money go? Back home to support people most of the time. Unfortunately, the same as like it happened in Cuba, you don't always get the best ones, and that's too bad. But I guess I probably am more lenient than some of the people around me as far as immigration. But the unfortunate thing, if you can control the immigration, like some things they're trying to do, I think you'd probably get a better mix of immigrants. I don't know if I'm right on that, but I think you would.
Yeah, okay. What do you think about these proposals to make English the official language, and to so that we have only one language that's being spoken in the country all the time?
I'm 100% agree with that.
Okay.
Because I know even in our own case, my mom and dad, they wanted to learn the English language, and let's see, Mom came over in 1923, When I was born in 1936, I never ever heard anything but the English language talked in our house. And sure, I had my oldest brother is only 12 years older than I am. So in a pretty short period of time, 100% English language. I feel bad about it. I wish I could talk German, but I can't because I wasn't around it.